So we're just back after the Easter break. I actually was doing a little bit of work on Easter Monday, and I was back doing a full day yesterday. And we're getting back into the swing of things here now at Cloud 360 with a few changes afoot as well. But I have to say, I wanted to just share on this video this morning a couple of things. First of all, my phone has gone kaput as of Good Friday. Kiara, our youngest, decided to see if it was going to bounce on the concrete outside the office here in our backyard. And so, unfortunately, it doesn't, and it is dead as a dodo. So, blank screen, still on, still charging, and it's actually still receiving messages. And luckily, I actually have an app for my text messages on my laptop, and I'm connected to WhatsApp Web, so I can pick up WhatsApp messages as well on my laptop. So as long as the phone has still got a charge and it doesn't lose any connection to the internet, which it hasn't done, I'm still picking up my messages. But what I will say is it's probably been the best thing that happened. Um, I feel better for the fact that I haven't been lifting my phone to check things as much. That might be just checking for any incoming emails, scrolling through any sort of coronavirus update stuff, or regularly just browsing through social media to look at a bit of content, reply to a few things. I haven't been doing that as much. I have been on and off the laptop over the Easter break, but nowhere near the amount of time you would spend on your mobile. So it's been a blessing. I feel better as a result of it. I don't feel as overwhelmed as sometimes you can do when you see a lot of things on Instagram and LinkedIn and Facebook and so on. So I've really removed myself from all of that content for the last while. Still checking it out on the web and doing a few bits and pieces here and there, but as I say, nowhere near enough. And I think it's a big lesson in that, especially now that we're all kind of working from home and the world has changed, and the temptation is to maybe sort of engross yourself even more in social media to have that connectivity. It's actually worked in reverse for me. I actually just feel a lot better. My head's a lot clearer. And I actually sat on Easter Sunday evening formulating quite a lot of plans that I have for the business for the next 12 months. Some people may say that's absolutely crazy. How can you plan for anything given the situation we're in at the moment? But if you're not going to plan for anything, then what do you think is going to happen? Absolutely nothing. And you will get into that vicious circle of the cycle of success that I've talked about before working against you, whereby if you believe that business is going to be bad and very tough for the next 6 to 12 months, then that really pushes into your thought processing and gives you those thoughts on a more regular basis. Therefore, how much action are you actually going to take in relation to your business? Well, not much, because you don't think there's much point. Therefore, what kind of results do you get in relation to how your business is going to do for the next 6 or 12 months? Probably nothing at all. Therefore, it'll underline the belief that you started with in that business is crap and it's only going to get worse. I actually have decided that I'm going to make plans to do certain things anyway with the business. I have a few interesting plans going forward, which I'll be talking about within the next week on social media. And I am trying to think actually outside the box as to how our business will maybe operate as well in the future. I'm sort of trying to build some foundations around that. So I'll be talking about that all in due course as well. But the two key lessons is, even though I have ordered a new phone and it's due to arrive today or tomorrow, I am going to do my utmost to cut down my phone time and my screen time, because I think it's actually a brilliant thing. It really cleared my head and allowed me to just open up a book that I have for all my business planning, take a pen out and start just jotting down ideas and flesh them out and build them out as we go forward. So I wanted to share that with you. I also wanted to say and ask a question. Is it just me who gets overly excited nowadays by getting Amazon deliveries? It's not that I'm buying something all the time, but I have ordered a few things. I have ordered, for example, Gillette Fusion blades, so that I don't have to hunt down a shop to go and buy them. As it turns out, you can subscribe to these on Amazon and they'll send them to you every whatever payment I've ordered them for every 3 months or something like that. So it'll just run as a subscription now. Made me think about things in my business that maybe I could be doing. I also have got Simon Sinek's book, which I've been meaning to get since the day he released it, The Infinite Game. So I'll be looking through those. I have got the ring light I've always been thinking of getting as well, so that I can improve video quality. Because it's me shooting them myself all the time at my desk in the same kind of background, so this might change things a wee bit in the next week or so. So yeah, tends to get very excited when you get an Amazon delivery now. One last thing just to share on this video is the book I've been reading recently. It's called Hyperfocus by Chris Bailey. I am about a third of the way through it, and there's no rocket science in this book, as with most sort of business development or personal development books that you'll come across. There's a lot of things which will come across as quite obvious, but this book, I like it. It's written in such a way that it breaks things down really easily to read and understand and to react to. One thing I like is the way it's broken down the old sort of, let me see if I can get that for you, 4 types of task. So I think if anybody's ever read, I think it's from the 7 Habits actually, the urgent and important quadrant, or the E-Myth, I can't remember. I think it's actually the Stephen Covey book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That gets you to break down your tasks into what's urgent, important, not important. This quadrant actually changes it slightly, and it calls it tasks that are attractive or unattractive, productive or unproductive. And you should try to operate in the attractive and productive area there, because that's the purposeful work. That's the stuff that'll really make a difference to your business and to your life. Stay away from the unproductive and unattractive stuff, because it's just unnecessary. But in particular, stay away from that one. Distracting work. It's attractive, but it's very unproductive. That includes sitting on your mobile phone, scrolling through social media. So I'd highly recommend that. I'm only a third of the way through it, folks, but it's pretty good. I got attracted to it when I picked it up actually on the way to London for the Zero Awards. And I spotted that Greg McKeown, the author of Essentialism, had commented that he loved the book. So I thought, well, if he likes it, it must be good, because Essentialism is a pretty good book as well. So something to maybe add to your collection, folks. That's it really for possibly this week. I'm looking forward to getting some new videos done with this ring light tripod stand, and maybe getting stuck onto the Infinite Game sometime next week as well. And I'll update everyone on my plans with Cloud 360 Accounting for the next while as well, because I have some interesting plans that I just want to flesh out. So I will update everyone as soon as I can.